Royal Caribbean has released their June 2026 instant certificates for earning free cruises while you cruise. Hi, if this is your first time here, I'm James with Sea Days and Sunsets, and our channel is dedicated to all things travel, all things cruising, and a whole lot of gambling along the way. My wife Kimberly and I both are retired now and are cruising our way through life, enjoying every day of it. But this video today is for all of you who use the instant certificates to earn cruises on Royal Caribbean while you cruise and gamble. I have taken the PDFs that you use to find what you either earned or what you're going to target on your cruise, and we convert those into spreadsheets to make them really easy to sort and filter. And that's what we're here to talk about today. Wanted to let you know I am on Enchantment of the Seas, coming to you from my cabin here. So hopefully I can get all the audio and video quality at a good level for you so that everything works out well. But we're enjoying our cruise this week, and our casino experience has been okay for the Enchantment. It's not one of the top casinos, but that's all right. So let's go ahead and jump into the spreadsheets. All right, we're over here in the spreadsheet now. You had a couple ways to get here. If I had posted a link for you that you came directly to it, that's wonderful. Or if you found it from the description of the video, you should be able to open this, and I have opened the A offers spreadsheet. For a quick reminder for everyone on Royal Caribbean, for North America cruises, the A offers are for 5 nights or less. And we're going to go over the C offers in just a little bit, which are for 6 nights and above. So if you're on a cruise, you earn your points on a 5 night, you're on a 5 night or less cruise, then you will earn and look at the A offers that we're going to take a look at here. We are on the key tab right now. And if you want access to the original PDF that you would get by going to the casino host desk, you simply can click that off the key tab, brings it right up for you. You can look through that, sort or review it yourself and decide what you want. But I've got all this information for you here in a spreadsheet format. So this is our key tab, gives you some information, some reminders about what we'll talk about today. But the majority of what you're looking for is on the offers tab. And we jump in. And the one thing that's very important here that I have to go over every month because people send me sharing requests all the time. This is in a view only mode. And that's because we can't all make changes to the same spreadsheet at the same time. So you're looking at this in view only, and you've got two good options for how to work with this spreadsheet. One is to choose File and Download and choose Microsoft Excel. And you can download it as an Excel document and do all your normal sorts and filters that way. But we'll go ahead and work with it today on the web. And to do that, I go to the Data tab and I create a filter view. This is going to create a read-only view or a filterable view of mine off of the read-only view and let me do sorts and filters here. But if I was to refresh the page or when I come back later, that's completely lost. So it's just this one-time snapshot for while you're working with it here. And so in doing this, I'll show you some things. And the number one thing I always show is I'm always trying to travel with my wife, Kimberly, on cruises. So we're looking for the 2 guest offers, not having to pay extra. So I'm going to drop the 1 guest offers down on my filter. And in doing so, that of course removes all those 1 guest offers. We see we start at the 40,000 point level. So there were no 1 guest offers anyway. But if I was to drop it, if I drop some filters, we'll go ahead and clear out and I'll show you some good options here on what we can look at. I'll choose 400 points and we'll jump right in at the very lowest level of what we're looking at here. And you can see there actually are two options for 400 points here at the 2 guest level. One is on the Enchantment of the Seas in April of next year, which is for a 6 night Western Caribbean cruise for two in an interior cabin. So that's an opportunity for people who want to get on a ship for basically the minimum. And along with that, you've also got Voyager out of LA there. But we're going to bump it up a little bit and try to find a couple more really good offers for us. here and everything. So one of the first ones I want to bring up here, now that we know how to sort and filter, is we will take a look at the 800 point level, and they've got several really good options here that we can work with. One I like is the Enchantment of the Seas. Has a couple good options. Let's see. We've got enchantment here for 7 days on an interior for two guests in September. And here's that same version that we looked at just a few moments ago in a balcony offer for 800 points. I don't even know when the last time I saw a balcony for 800 points was. So this is a really good opportunity for you if you're interested in hopping on something next year there. But you can see there are several opportunities here to get on some different things all the way up to the Ovation in Alaska. You've got some great, yeah, Quantum class ships here, several Quantum class, including the Quantum itself out of LA, and some Radiance classes at that 800 point level also. So they have given us some opportunities here. If you are looking for a two-person cruise throughout the, for the next year, it's not a huge list, but there are some good opportunities here. The other level I want to point out here very quickly is the 1200 point level. Going to see our list grow a little bit here as we do this. And in doing so, we've got several different classes here that can be gotten on at the same. You've got Quantum class, you've got a lot of Radiance class, several of the Mariner classes here. But you do have some balcony offers also. I'll go ahead and filter this down so that we can see at that 1200 level, we are getting a bunch more balconies. They're, of course, going to be balcony guarantees at this level, but there are some opportunities for those people who will only sail in balconies and generally pay for the upgrade. These are some pretty low entry points for what you might be looking for. And then, of course, our last one, I'll go ahead and filter down to the 2000 points at this level. And for the balconies, the balconies, I just wanted to filter this and leave it on the balcony filter so that you can see they have jumped up quite a bit on the number of balconies that you can get for 2000 points. This is something vastly different. It looks like this month they've given a lot more because it really seemed like ocean view and mostly interiors was all we were really looking at previously. That's all that Kimberly and I had noticed was the really a lot of interiors on some better ships and some longer cruises and everything. Let's see if we got anything good for any of the classes. I mean, we've got Oasis-class ships here at that 2000 point level. And so you can see all the Oasis levels, including the Allure, Harmony, Oasis itself, that you could jump on out of Florida, Jersey, a couple different places, depending on where you're looking at getting on. And so these are definitely ones that we're watching right now because when we can get at that level for a low entry point, including $100 in free play, it's definitely something that we pay attention to. So that's just a couple of the good offers that I wanted to bring up this month. So to get you to the summary, we've got our two guest offers, one guest offers, I guess is the better way to say that, going through the 3000 points as normal. And then we completely eliminate the number of one guest offers and go to only the two guest offers. And first, our classes for our two guest offers, we can see the Oasis offers start at that 1200 point level, but jump up quite a bit at 15 and then 2000 points that we were just looking at there, just for the Oasis class, if that's something you're looking at. The Icon even jumped in there. That was one that I had noticed that I should have looked a little closer at here. But let's see. I'm going to jump back over to that really quick and check out our Icon class at 2000 points. I know the stateroom's not going to be a balcony, so I'll go ahead and select everything again here. And then I want to change that to the icon class. So we have Star of the Seas in June on, let's see, for two guest offer for an interior on June 14th there. So if that's something that's got to be, I can't believe I had missed that. I apologize everyone, because that has to be the number one offer for the month out there for you. If you can hop on June 14th, that is an incredible offer to go out of Port Canaveral just for 2,000 points. I think I might be changing some of my plans and some of the thoughts for our next couple of cruises here. So I'll go ahead and finish up and give you the summary of the changes between this month and last month. And so it hasn't been a huge change. The swings are pretty much as normal. So this month is very close to last month out there. Not much has changed. And you can see that we've got at the lower levels, we've got several fewer one guest offers in that 1,200 and 1,500. And then we bumped up a couple on the two guest offers. So we have a net of negative 109 for the total offers out for the month. But with some of those extra balcony inclusions there, I'm considering this a net positive for the month, but it's kind of an unchanged month for our A offers and everything like that. So with that now, let's jump over to the C offers. Again, these are for 6 nights or more. The spreadsheet is exactly the same as the other one, so I'll jump right over into the offers tab. And I'm going to go ahead and choose data and create filter view right away again. And we'll go ahead and filter down to our two guest offers. And some of the offers are exactly the same here, or at least at really close levels and everything. So I do want to go and I'm going to drop this down. And the biggest thing is that the 400 point offers are back this month at the sea level. I believe they were completely missing last month, but even for a two guest offer, they have a Voyager out of California in October. So that's nice just to have that back, that at the very base level, a couple months ago, we were seeing some incredible offers at that 400 point level that were unbelievable for how few points that takes. But at our 800 point level, for our two guests, you're going to see that exact same enchantment cruise that we were just talking about. 800 points, a balcony again on a sea level offer here. That's just that's another one that's, I know this is the Enchantment of the Seas, which is literally the ship I'm on right now. So I know that's not the top of the line ship, but it is still a good ship. And for 6 days in a balcony, this is an incredible deal that you should consider if you don't have, anything else on your schedule or anything else you really need to target here for that. Some of the other ones I want to hit is, let's see, we had even at the 600 point level, there were some others that I wanted to jump on. Oh, that was just the one for the two guests. We again have the enchantment, same date next year. So that's your 6 day. They are really pushing this enchantment. I don't know if something's going on. I haven't pulled up the itinerary, so I don't believe it's a one way or anything like that. But they have put a lot of opportunities out to jump on this out of Tampa next year in April. And I, I don't know why, but it has gotten a lot of focus this month. Back at our 800 points, we did have Ovation in here out of British Columbia, Vancouver. A couple opportunities there. And Seward, another Alaska cruise. So I guess these are going to be the same. They're all going to be, oh no, it's not Alaska. We've got Seward southbound on the Ovation. And then a little bit later, we've got Vancouver to LA for a 3 night repositioning cruise. And then I guess that's the Serenade here, a Radiance-class ship, so not quite as nice, but a 5 night for a Pacific coastal cruise. So again, 800 points for some very simple things. And then the last major thing I want to point out here, I'll go over some of the 2,000 point offers. and you see your list jump way up again. And we have all kinds of balconies out there, a lot of different things. Again, if you want to get those balcony opportunities, we have Freedom, Quantum, Radiance, Vision, and Voyager classes out here. So if you wanted to hop on a Freedom or Quantum in a balcony for that 2,000 point level, there are some pretty good opportunities for that also here. So this barrier to entry, I think everyone who's been watching the videos for a while knows that Kimberly and I focus on usually 2,000 points or less. Once in a while, we'll go over that, but that's kind of our sweet spot for where we can feel comfortable getting the most value out of our casino losses. We usually expect that we're going to lose in the casino, but the earned certificates, we get the highest value out of these. But when you add a balcony in, it really starts to grow that value quite a bit. So I just wanted to throw that out there for these opportunities. And I'm going to jump over and make sure I didn't miss anything. Again, I'll show you the summary by class here. And for that icon class, we don't see anything until 6,500 on the C offers. So there was no miss on my part this time for that one. So that jumps. It's not even until 1,500 that we see our very first Oasis class offering there. But we did see at the 2,000 level that it did jump up to 20 offers at least that you can really try to take advantage of. So the other thing I'll show then is our summary of differences from the previous month. And we did see quite a few drops here. So at the 2,000 point level, we got a huge drop in the one guest offers. And then really, as we look at this, it's almost all the one guest offers that took the big hits. The two guest offers, I guess at the 3,000, 4,000, and 6,500 took some pretty good hits there. Um, so we do have a net negative of 266 offers for the month. So that is down quite a bit. The C offers are definitely not getting the same love that the A offers are. They really like to push you to gamble more on the shorter cruises, and Royal has been pushing the shorter cruises quite a bit. All right. So now you've seen what Royal has to offer in June. Give me your thoughts in the comments. Please like and subscribe so that you get notifications whenever these new videos are released. Let me know what you're going to target this month and if there's anything that I missed. In the meantime, I wish you the best of luck in June in the casino and hope you're having a wonderful summer.